a glamorous spy freedom a swap deal which saw Sergei Skripal released by the Kremlin has branded him a traitor in her first comment since he was poisoned. As former agent Skripal fights for his life in hospital, alongside his poisoned daughter Yulia, Anna Chapman found no words of comfort or sympathy for the 66-year-old. The father and daughter were found collapsed in Salisbury, Wiltshire, last week, and experts believe a nerve agent was used. Police confirmed 21 other people have been treated for exposure to the poison, including a police officer who remains seriously ill in hospital. Chapman, who lived in the UK between 2001 and 2006, was arrested in New York in June 2010. Sergei Skripal, image, supplied Pixel 8000. Chapman claims Russia would have no interest in creating a scandal. Image, Ace2S News. She was one of 10 Russian agents exchanged by the US government, in a spy swap deal with Moscow. Skripal was one of the spies released by the Kremlin during the deal in July 2010. But today she attacked Britain saying, as always, Russia is guilty by default, despite the fact that traitor Skripal was pardoned by the president, and released. When investigating any murder, the first issue is the motive of the crime. Who benefits from it? In any case, Russia is definitely not interested in such scandal. Does the West need proof to blame Russia? Sergei Skripal seen shopping hours before being poisoned in Salisbury. Her emotional rant on Instagram came almost a week after Skripal and his daughter Yulia, 33, were poisoned by an unknown nerve agent, plunging relations between London and Moscow to a new low. The pair were found unconscious the day after 33-year-old Yulia arrived in Britain on a 2-week visit from Moscow, where she lives. Other members of the family have been found dead in recent years, although it is not clear if their deaths were suspicious. In 2010, Chapman, previously married to a British ex-public schoolboy, was part of a Cold War-style swap with Skripal. Nearly 200 military officers have been sent to Salisbury to probe the attack. Image, PA. Chapman's full posting read, former member of the GRU Sergei Skripal was poisoned in the UK by a nerve agent. As always, Russia is guilty by default, despite the fact that traitor Skripal was pardoned by the president, and released. When investigating any murder, the first issue is the motive of the crime. Who benefits from it? In any case, Russia is definitely not interested in such scandal. Does the West need proof to blame Russia? She posed in a red dress, apparently in a leftover picture from Christmas, for a posting, embracing 2 reindeer. Anna Chapman voiced no sympathy for the critically ill spy, who was found collapsed in Salisbury last week. Image, Ace2S News. Flame-haired spy, Chapman, expelled from the US in 2010 after being unmasked by the FBI as an SVR foreign intelligence asset, is now seen as a propagandist for the Kremlin. She has 108,000 followers on Instagram. Recent postings show Chapman, who was stripped of her British passport by then Home Secretary Theresa May after being unmasked her as a spy operating in New York, relaxing in swimwear in Thailand. Yulia Skripal is fighting for her life in hospital after being poisoned. Image, AFP. Detective Sergeant Nick Bailey, 38, who was one of the first emergency responders called to the poisoned Russians, is also still in a serious condition in hospital. Image, Wiltshire Police/SWNS.com. Since the spy swap, Glamour, SVR spy has become a multimillionaire with her Russian business ventures, including her own fashion line and work as a TV presenter. Pictures show her relaxing on Phuket in AI, Harn Bonbois, a sumptuous jacuzzi villa complex where a minimum 3-night stay costs around £600. Her latest maneuvers including lazing on the Thai island's tropical Rai beach. In one posting, she lauded Putin as a sensation for a recent speech. Yesterday, people in protective gear were seen surveying the area over the grave of Skripal's son Alexander, who died last July. Image, Daily Mirror. Chapman is a mother of 1, giving birth to a son in summer 2015. She has not disclosed the identity of the child's father. She has worked as a TV presenter on a show called Mysteries of the World for REN-TV, a channel owned by National Media Group, headed by ex-Olympic gymnast Alina Khabeva, 34, rumored to be Putin's secret girlfriend. Chapman, who also runs her own label fashion boutiques in Moscow, is seen as having made a fortune since she was caught red-handed operating as a spy in New York in 2010.